everybody? This is your girl Z, and welcome to Ships, the relationships show where we chronicle the difficult and hidden world of true to life relationships. What's up, squad?
What's up,
Hello.
everybody?
What did it do?
How are y'all doing today?
Not bad at all.
Wonderful.
We're here,
Not bad.
man.
Y'all, we ready to
Not
get
bad at all.
Let's get it.
Today is so juicy.
I'll say it this way. I'm doing better than Chris Rock. I'll put it that way.
Well,
You going to the fireplace?
maybe not, because his ticket sales for his show skyrocketed.
Hey,
We can't wait to hear the jokes. We can't
all
wait to
things
hear
work
this
together.
out.
No, when we get to the topic, I'll give you some insight. Yeah.
But you're
All
not
right, so
doing it.
everybody's doing good. Everybody doing good. So, guys, we're not even gonna do any introductions. We're gonna go into a letter first. Message in the bottle, and then we're gonna get into the hot topics of the day. And of course,
Okay.
Pastor Rick has already spilled the beans. So hit it.
Message in a bottle, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
To bury a white in the house. I still think you're gonna get that record contract. Do not listen to Pastor Rick. He is not encouraging. Okay, guys, this is a really good letter. So, guys, again, betterfliesentertainment@gmail.com. Please send your letters in. We got some good gifts that we want to give away to you guys. If we read your letter, we're going to be able to give you an amazing gift. So you can send it to us. Again, like and subscribe and share our videos. Let us know how we're doing. We don't know if you don't tell us. So hit us up. Let us know how we're doing. So again, that's betterfliesentertainment@gmail.com. Okay, guys, are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's see.
Hello, squad. I've been married to my wife for more than 10 years now. We've been together for about 14 years because she was my high school sweetheart. I was her first and only in everything. We have 3 wonderful children, and from the outside looking in, we look perfect. All our friends envy us in a good way. We're the couple everyone else looks up to. However, a failed business venture has left me in a funk for about 6 months now, and my wife is really upset about it. I would think that she would be comforting me and encouraging me, but she wants me to just shake it off and become this happy-go-lucky guy again. I've tried, but I just can't. She recently got a huge promotion on her job, and she is making more money than she's ever made before. I was always the breadwinner, but now she makes most of the money. I don't think I'm being a hater, but I swear she's changed. She looks and talks down to me all the time. She doesn't have any patience with the kids anymore. She doesn't even spend time with them. She leaves them with me or drops them off at the babysitter while she goes out with her coworkers and friends every single weekend. I'm not saying that's wrong, but she never used to do that. She's been coming home later and later, and she always has an excuse as to why she won't answer her phone. She's always on the phone when I'm not close to her. She's always on the phone when I'm not close to her, but when I come around her, she stops texting and puts her phone away. I don't know if I'm being paranoid or if she's seeing someone else. How can I tell? Please help. Confused husband. Ooh, child!
He's not confused
At all. Not even a little
Not
bit.
confused. He knows.
So you guys think she's cheating?
I think, truthfully, he knows. He just has to come to terms with it. And the situation that he is in right now, yes, she may be stepping out, but I think it needs to be confronted in whatever way. And let me rephrase that. He doesn't need to pretty much confront her in a negative or ugly way, but really sit down and find out what's going on with their marriage. And that's putting it lightly. That's my first take on it.
So I can't necessarily confirm that she has cheated. I do firmly believe, however, that she is getting at least her emotional needs met elsewhere.
I agree with that. That I wholeheartedly agree with. Yep.
Okay.
Dr. Hosea Collins.
I guess to me, it depends on your definition of cheating.
Could be emotional.
How far does it have to go before it's called cheating?
Yeah.
Because I would say if she haven't engaged in the act, she's definitely on the path.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I listen to this letter. I see this happen a lot, unfortunately. Oftentimes, women do love a man that they no longer respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one of those first steps
Yep.
to destruction and for it to be an over. Because
Absolutely.
Yep.
he's saying they've been
Mhm.
together since high school,
Yep.
first everything, which we know what he means when he says that.
Yeah.
And here they are now. They got a family, and he's obviously been going through a rough patch.
Yeah.
During the same time, she's going through her best patch.
Right.
Right.
And now you begin to become curious.
Yeah.
Have I settled? Is he on my level?
Yep.
Right.
This is all I know.
Yep.
Did I choose too soon?
Yeah.
And
That's
I
good.
agree with Pastor Rick. He needs to confront it because it sounds like it's a truth that his heart does not want to accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother, if you're listening, she's not being upfront on everything.
Right.
Now, what those blanks that need to be filled in are, you can decide and you can find that out. But she's definitely not being straightforward. So it's time for a come to Jesus meet.
You have to sit down, and as you said, Pastor Hosea, there are a lot of signs there. Her, hiding her phone and not talking in front of them. They're not spending time together. She's always away with her girls, and there's not enough girl time in the world every weekend.
Right. And she doesn't have time for the kids anymore. There's a lot
That's a lot.
going
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
And let me say this. Women
true.
sacrifice a lot.
Yep.
I'm not saying that
Mhm.
men don't sacrifice,
Yeah.
but oftentimes the mother is with the kids more than the
Absolutely.
father, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So if your mother to a couple of kids and your career jumps off, oftentimes there's that feeling of it's my turn again.
Yep.
And before it's too late, I want my turn again.
Yeah.
I have sacrificed everything for everybody.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to take some time for me.
If I may
Yep.
say, Janine, she may be she may be feeling herself, if I may say that. It could be somebody at the office that she's pretty much looking to,
Got her out.
biting in. There you go. Some guy pretty much find her attractive and outside, because again, you hit on the nose. She sacrificed so much, her and the kids. Now she's on a career path. She's making money. And I won't allude to this, but I'll say it a little bit, just slightly. Because she makes more money, that's an ego booster for her, and it plays on his ego as a man. And that comes into play where your self-esteem is played. You don't want nothing in the bedroom. That's in the back of your mind. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel, it's a lot of different things you don't feel as a man when you feel, particularly if your wife is making more money than you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Women, I know respect is a big thing for men.
Absolutely.
I want to say publicly, it's not a non-issue for us.
Right.
We want respect too. And if I'm in a situation where respect at home looks like, Mom, where's my socks? Husband, where's my keys? Where's this? Where's this? Did you cook? Mom signed a permission slip. Do this, do that. If her career is jumping, she's getting respect for more than being the maid of the house, right? She's being recognized for her gifts and talents.
Right.
Kids don't say, "Oh, Mom, you're such a beautiful speaker.
Right.
You're such an amazing organizer. Mom, the way you created that proposal was," you don't get that at home.
Right.
You're the maid, you're the caretaker, you're the cheerleader, you are the bottle washer, you're the binky holder. She's getting some legitimate, authentic needs met outside of the house. We have to acknowledge that we need that.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, if you look closely, and I'll say it speaking on my behalf, If my wife came home making way more money than me, number one, I'm gonna applaud her, and I'm gonna go find. I'm retiring. Like,
see,
yeah,
you the problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm gonna go find exactly what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna be happy, and she gonna be happy for me because you bringing in this money. Oh, let's make it happen. Now I can do what I want to do versus what I need to do. Talk to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men. It's so interesting you would say that, Rick. I think a lot of that is temperament. I think of my brother. It would never, ever happen. I don't care. You could have $1 million. It's just how I know how he's wired. He's military dude. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if you're listening, Anthony, but I just think it goes back to some people think like that's weak. I don't. You're a unit. You're together. It's a that's why when you guys brought up on a couple of previous shows why you need to really talk before you get married. You got to really know how the person, and even like with you, Pastor Jose, one of the things you always talk about, certain things you just do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's one component that we've also left out in this letter as well. You have to consider that makes it so difficult for them. The abrupt role reversal without warning.
Yeah.
Like you got to consider that. They've been together since high school.
Yes, sir.
And he's probably been holding her down all of this time, and he probably gathered his value from that. She may have even valued him for that. Him holding it down, him being like that, him doing that.
Speak that truth, John.
That's the truth.
But he probably received his value from her and felt like a man and made him feel good about being able to take care of his family. She may have respected him for, wow, you know what, I thank for you. Woo. And when things just abruptly shifted without warning to where she's the breadwinner and he's the one that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to pick up the pieces and wonder what just happened. And now all of these things she's doing that, according to him, that are uncharacteristic.
Sure.
I never known you to be going out. I never known you to be going. And see, this is why communication is so important in a marriage and in a great relationship. Because when everything is catching you off guard by surprise, you know naturally how we are with change. So when it happens without warning, it creates fight or flight.
Right.
Let's also remember that he talked about the fact that he couldn't shake the fact that he had a failed business venture. So she's going out because he's a dud spud.
Yeah.
You're reading my mind.
He's in a funk, and she's like, you know what? I don't want to make my funk to P-funk.
Right.
I wants to get funked up. I'm going out. I will see you when I get back. If you are still sucking your thumb in the fetal position on the bathroom floor. I
was just about to say that, Janine. That is huge because it's not, and like I said, we don't know them, but it's not that he got into this position. He said, I just can't get out. I don't understand that. My brain, Zondra's brain, what do you mean you just can't get out? You can, we all have lost jobs before. We all have been in a funk before, but I don't get where I just can't, but I just can't.
What if this?
That's a problem.
And I don't know, but what if, and I don't know, what if he's used to talking her through depression? He's used to being the one to pull her out.
He did.
He's never been in the position, and she's never been in the position to have to pull him out because she's never seen him that way. And maybe a lot of insight because of what he said in the letter, when he's like, I thought that she would, maybe he didn't communicate that, but you know how people get.
Yeah.
I thought that she would, and she was like, I don't know what happened to you. Maybe he wanted what he'd given her in the past.
Unrealistic expectations.
That role reversal, you don't know. You don't know what to do when the script is flipped.
No, that's fair.
I get
some help.
Right, but here's another thing we got to talk about. When we talk about the traditional roles of the husband and wife in the marriage, in the home with the kids, there are things that we associate with, well, this is what the husband father is supposed to do. This is what the wife mother is supposed to do, right? And the man being the head is often associated with, and he is either the sole breadwinner or makes the most. So there's all these things that are attributed to what the head gets to do. And a lot of it, again, is tied to finances. So it's a natural conclusion that if I move into breadwinner position, I should get the things that come along
privileges.
with that.
That's what the problem. And I won't even start to get into this.
But I'm saying we have to deal with reality, right? And if people are getting into relationships, they haven't done premarital counseling, they don't have a biblical understanding of what the union is supposed to look like, they're influenced by the world and what the Joneses are doing. Logically, if the head is the breadwinner, makes the decisions, does all these things, if my gross and or net is more than what you're doing, then hey, we pass that hat to me.
And therein lies one of the
There's the problem. I was going to say that. Let me just say this.
We're going on vacation. We're going to do this. I'm not paying for that.
That's the problem. I agree. Everybody, like, comment, share. We want to know what your thoughts are on this.
I just want to say what this problem is.
Betterflies Entertainment at gmail.com. But like, subscribe, and share to our channel. Go, Pastor.
And I won't get into it, but I want to say what this problem is. This problem is when we've discovered or identified manhood and womanhood by role rather than purpose.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Roles change all the time. And when you identify by a role, you will always be confused as opposed to the purpose. The purpose of a man and the purpose of a woman is the same as it was in the Garden of Eden. And that's how we should identify it. To be continued.
Yeah. Because
that is
like you said, when the roles change, then this one is at home on the fetal position, rocking back and forth. He doesn't understand while she's out.
With the thumb in the mouth.
Right. Having a good time. He's Rain Man counting the tiles in the city.
Right.
He doesn't know how to function.
It's so important now.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Talk about before how important it is for you to premarital counsel, but to know your guy through different seasons, and to know, because when things like this happen, no one is saying you're not going to be depressed. I get it, brother. I get that your feelings or whatever, your job is, this venture has failed. But dude, what did Colette tell you? What's the plan? You can't just sit there and sulk. And I'm with Janine on that. I'm not about to sit there and just a guy just sitting there and sulk. I don't know what I want to do.
You got to figure it out.
Dude, we got to figure. We're in this together. So what are we gonna do? You can't just sit on the couch. If I need to go out and get a job and work,
I really wish I knew what she said to him when he was there, though.
Right.
Like, what did she really just take that attitude without giving him what he gave her when she was there?
And it could be, honestly, she never found him. One thing I found out: some relationships, you never see the vulnerability of the man. And I think this could be the situation where the vulnerability has never been there, and she doesn't know how to react to it, and vice versa. If I may be transparent here, when Colette and I were trying to have children, I couldn't fix it. I tried to break out my Bill Cosby, or excuse me, my doctor, pretty much my tool belt is what I'm trying to say on the Cosby Show. Couldn't fix it.
Yeah,
could not fit, and it drove me nuts. And I found myself not being there emotionally because I didn't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
And I think this is that situation where you don't know how to fix it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
And what if she has tried to talk to him?
Yeah.
Right? But, there's always the joke about how women will be carrying all this weight, dealing with all kinds of crazy stuff on top of cramps and everything.
Sure.
Husband gets a hangnail. That is the beginning of the apocalypse. Like the world is coming to an end. Right? So she could be looking at it like you mean to tell me all the things that I've been through, in addition to carrying your two, three big head kids and birthing them, and you mean to tell me that this little situation right here has gutted you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
but it shows me the power of a woman, though, Pastor, because all of the sessions that we did with she said, he said, the power of our words and encouragement to a man. Because if we're in it together, dude, we're in this together. So okay, we did this, so let's come on. That's what we're gonna do. Do what we're gonna do, and just pick it up, cry it out.
There has to be a belief that you're in it together. It can't just be lip service.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That goes back to where I was getting back with Pastor.
We're
going back to initially when you get with him. It's the what is your relationship built on?
Sure.
So if we're to get like what Colette told Pastor Rick, okay, so what's the plan? Okay, so what we're gonna do? So I'm here for you. I'm gonna back you up, such as his wife.
Hey, you know what? After listening to you wise women, I want to shift my answer to him. Brother, if you're watching, after listening to these two ladies, yeah, she cheating. There ain't no question in my mind now. I see it.
I think she cheating. Now it may be emotionally. Don't know how far you mentioned.
I didn't pass emotional. She cheating emotionally, physically.
Man,
just hurt the man's feelings.
I think definitely.
Now that I see how the women think,
emotional. She's having her emotional needs met,
and her physical needs met.
May not be having her physical needs. Taking up for the sister. All right, guys.
She's getting her help.
Let's take a poll.
She's getting her portion. Don't play.
His answer to us is, I don't know if I'm being paranoid if she's seeing someone else. How can I tell? Please help. Pastor say, yeah, she's cheating. Janine?
Again, I'm sticking with that. I know her emotional needs are being met somewhere else. Gary, what are you laughing at? I am not confident in saying definitely physical cheating. I think the emotional stuff can be worse.
For women, it is worse.
Right?
That's
because
the thing that men don't get.
That's that bond.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the glue.
Right? That is the glue. That is so true. Okay, Pastor Rick, cheating or no?
Oh yeah, she's cheating.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. So we're all encouraging you to sit down and talk with your wife and get some marital counseling.
Yeah, but definitely a confrontation is needed. Don't keep trying to guess, because every single thing she says and does, you're going to be cheating, not cheating. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Have a conversation. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty, but it's necessary.
Yeah, she's going old school. She's blockbustering and knocking boots. That's what they're doing.
So speaking of confrontation, blockbustering, and knocking boots, we're gonna pivot.
Yes,
into a hot topic.
Okay.
We're gonna transition into our hot topic, guys. This has been blowing up the just airwaves, radio, TV, barbershop talk, grocery store talk, and of course, we're talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock. So I want to set this up, and I want to get everyone's thoughts on this. So as we know, Chris, we can start pulling up some of the when Will Smith, and Jada, before they went to the Academy Awards. So of course, we're talking about the slap that was heard around the world with Will Smith and Chris Rock. So Jada, I guess, suffers from alopecia, which I personally didn't know. She's beautiful, has always wanted a short haircut, whether it's cropped or whatever. So, I guess she had been talking about her situation for quite some time. Some of us knew, some of us didn't know. So this is the power of words. It's so interesting. He posted that Jada and I woke up and chose chaos. And that's exactly what happened. just a few short hours later. Dressed up to choose
chaos.
And that's exactly what he said, that the power of words. The power of words.
And to be clear, this was posted a couple hours before the incident.
Before the incident, exactly.
Wow.
So they took their little picture. So then let's just play the video with the actual.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane jump. I'm going to, okay? So I can go. Okay. That was the latest night in the history of television. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, he was a little bit flustered with his words because it was a documentary Oscar that came up next, but no one remembers. It was just tarnished by that image. The second thing is Will went on to the Vanity Fair party as if nothing happened. He did end up winning for King Richard, the Academy. And in his speech, he apologized to the Academy instead of the man that he slapped, Chris Rock. And he had mentioned that Denzel had told him at your highest peak or something like that, the devil is there. The devil will be right there with you at his highest peak, whatever. I don't know whatever he said.
Yeah.
And then the Academy came out and issued and said that they're going to look into the incident and he can possibly lose his Oscar. After the incident, of course, he went to the Vanity Fair party the night away. It was with no apologies, nothing. Never apologized to Chris until after the Academy threatened to take his, I should say, where they threatened, they're actually looking into the situation and he could possibly lose his Academy Award. And so then comes the apology. So if you can pull up the apology.
I don't have the apology.
Apology? It's it should be when you keep
it's
scrolling
right
down.
There. Yeah.
Keep scrolling down on that page that you're on.
Oh, same thing. Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah. Can you go down further?
There we
right
go.
there. Okay. So the apology. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man. I need glasses, y'all. The man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. So that is the apology. Chris Rock has not responded.
Oh, read the rest of it.
Oh, some more on that. Oh. I am a work in progress. Oh, I'm sorry. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Okay. And of course, Chris has not said anything. There is a phony apology that they were attributing to Chris.
Put up.
He said that his people came out today and said that was not him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
I did check into that because I thought it was a nice apology, but he said his people came out and I checked maybe 4 hours ago. He said that was not from him.
Wow.
He has not responded at all.
Interesting.
And so the other thing is with Jada, and we don't have that video, but I watched it on her TikTok, where she just a couple of days ago, where she talked about shaving her head, and then the video she doesn't mention. I'm sure it may be clipped, just a little soundbite, but she doesn't mention her disease. She just says she doesn't care what anybody thinks about her hair. She, hey, I got my hair cut. I can care less what you think. Okay, so.
First of all, I'm sorry. I don't need to go first.
Let's start with Miss Janine and work our way around.
Okay, so I have seen, like everyone, I've been following this. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, the G.I. Jane reference, that wasn't bad. That wasn't an insult. Demi Moore is beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. Chris Rock wouldn't have said it in that context if it was another way of saying, Jada, you're gorgeous.
Right.
Let's just be clear. We can pretend all we want to, but it was meant to be an insulting form of comedy.
It was.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Now, Jada could say that she doesn't care. Right? There's some days where I say, I don't care that I'm a big Black woman. But if you catch me at a particular
Colette,
time,
I agree. Oh my gosh.
Right. If you catch me at a particular time, I might be feeling some kind of way. And a comment about my size may not roll off my back. It may stick. I think that even though Chris Rock is a comedian, he gets paid to say those kinds of things. The risk you take in that line of work,
that's right,
is that you can say something,
that's right,
that causes somebody,
yeah,
to put it all on the line and get up and pimp slap you,
yeah,
on a global broadcast.
Yeah.
Not saying that was right,
but I understand.
But with that whole mindset,
no
mindset of he's a comedian,
really
he can say whatever he wants to. That's a risk. Now, the way you handle it is not getting up out of your seat, right, and playing yourself and all that you've built up about being a class act, and you rip it all to shreds with the moment of indecision. I think it was wrong all the way around. I don't think Chris should have said it. And I'm thinking too, all the people that were in that room, there was a lot of other folks that he could have said stuff about. The fact that he did a Black hair documentary.
There you go.
He has daughters. I don't know if he knew that she had alopecia or not, but he understands a woman's crown.
Yep.
Her hair.
He does.
And it doesn't matter the ethnicity, right? A woman's crown is her hair. And to shave it off is a big, bold move. To shave it because you have a medical condition,
right.
Whole nother issue.
Right.
Chris crossed the line for me. Nobody has to agree with me. I really don't care. And I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about stuff I don't know about. I'm not a famous one, but I'm a comedian.
You're famous to us, Janine.
Right? I had to make decisions about my content, right? And my mindset has always been the test of a truly brilliant comedian is being able to make everybody laugh without it being at the expense of someone in the audience. Because I can look at anybody and talk about their nose, their clothes, their hair, their whatever. Can you make us all laugh without playing somebody? Again, that's just me. And I love both of them. It saddened me to see Will Smith. I'm going to say something that folks probably have never heard me say, a nigga. He just went up there and showed his ass. Like, he didn't take us nowhere. Come on now, you know how hard it is for us everywhere. And you're going to like, you mean to tell me, Will, you've held it together through all the scandal about your crazy kids out there building pyramids in the backyard and whatnot. All the stuff about you and Jada are swingers, all the rumors and stuff, right? And this was the straw that not only broke the camel's back, you had to go slap the camel.
Okay, Janine, I'm gonna cut you and let somebody else talk. Pastor,
I'm sorry.
All right. My take, for one, I hate the whole black on black thing because that's what we boil down to, especially when so many blacks, as you shared earlier, Janine, had major parts in putting this together.
Mm-hmm.
So to put that stain on it of black on black violence, I don't like that. Now, I guess I'm gonna deal with it from both sides. Yes, we all know Chris Rock. We're not new to him. And it's not he didn't do anything that was quote unquote, and I'm not arguing whether it's right or wrong. That's not the case that I'm making. He didn't do anything that was uncharacteristic of Chris Rock.
Right.
I heard him say some very personal, offensive jokes throughout his career.
Yeah.
So it's not one of them things where, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Yeah, I can believe he said that, and much worse.
Right.
Now, Will's reaction, and here's my two take. Yeah, I've already expressed I don't like seeing the black on black violence. I mean, I'm not just saying if it wasn't black on black, it would be cool. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you look at us as a people, it's the last thing we need more of, right? And on public display.
That part.
If it was going to be confronted in that manner, I'm not saying a right way. If I had to choose, I would have rather Will
backstage
in about 2 minutes. Everybody know you're finna win the Oscar. Everyone knows it. In about 2 minutes, you're finna go up here and receive an Oscar, and you're gonna be politely escorted right backstage where Chris Rock is. If when you get back there, you need to give him a piece of your mind and some of your hands.
Yeah.
That's your business.
Yeah.
We'll hear about it, but it won't have the same impact of the entire world seeing it on front and center stage.
Sure.
We'll hear about it, but that narrative will look like Will Smith went in the back. He had some words with Chris about what was said. They got into a scuffle. Will got the best of him. End the story, lawsuit, whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. You still, if you felt like you defended your wife's honor, still did it. Still came back sweaty, saying, baby, I handled that. Whatever you need to do. But I'm just saying there are other ways.
Okay.
And my last thing, I'm done. I'm past the Rick. My last thing is, and I'll probably get into this later. I'll let it go around. So I'm just going to throw this one out there. My last thing, women, I've been preaching this to women for so many years. I don't think you know the power of your influence.
That's right. Say that.
I don't think you know the power of your influence.
Woo, yes, sir.
I'm talking, and I don't know what's going on in the mind, so I'm just saying at face value. Heard the joke, seen Will's face, everybody's laughing, Will's laughing too. Regardless how he felt, he seemed to be pretty restrained. Jada didn't laugh. She felt offended. Understand it. I'm not saying she should have laughed. That's not what I'm saying. We could tell she was ticked off about it.
Right.
The camera went on to Chris Rock, and he continued to talk. Well, what? It was only a joke, what? I am so curious to know what happened during those seconds.
Right. I know exactly what you're
The
saying.
camera left.
What was the look?
Was Jada like
handle
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Was she like?
Yeah.
You ought to see the
let him
memes
do
on
this.
social media.
What was she like?
Right.
August?
Right. Wow.
What was something triggered
Yes, sir.
that would? Wait a minute.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm just saying the power of influence
You need to ask the
cannot be counted out.
She might have mouthed over to him and sat there and
I
said,
don't know.
look.
Right. You need to.
You know she had that lean.
You unloaded a lot, and this is literally a lot to unpack. I want to go back in history. It was either 2015 or 16 where Chris Rock hosted the
Right. Yeah.
Remember, that's the year that Jada protested along with Will and other black actors because it was white.
So white. Oscar's so white.
White out, was it? Okay.
White out.
I
And
remember
she had things to say about her then.
Mm-hmm.
My knowledge, they haven't been back to the Academy Awards for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think everything that Will's been going through, because he wrote something in his book, it was very interesting. I'm paraphrasing it. He says, I wasn't black enough for hip hop and I wasn't white enough for Hollywood.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
And that says something.
Yeah.
So he had, in my opinion, from everything that was
That's
going
big.
on, and yes, as you said, Pastor, the Red Table Talk,
That did.
that I said this just to a couple of people.
Man.
That was a reality show. That's not a talk show
Mm.
because they're unleashing
man.
a lot.
Yeah, they
She
told.
got into
Yep.
her real deep
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
stuff. That certain things, in my opinion,
Should
and
not
then
have been.
I'll go to reference really quick. If you look at Denzel Washington's wife, Pauletta, if you look at Samuel Jackson's wife, if you look at the time, Morgan Freeman's wife, Hush, Spirit of Hush.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they didn't have a backbone.
I
Doesn't
hear
mean
you.
they didn't have a word. Doesn't mean that they weren't women of their, powerful women.
I hear you.
They didn't have their own organization. What they did not do is degrade their man in public.
Come on now.
That's
Come
good.
on, say that again.
Ladies, if you learn anything tonight,
Yeah.
Come on, Rick.
respect is
That's
major.
true. That's true.
That's how
Yep.
you know how he knows you love him. Respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you come to the Academy Awards. He sits there. He gets this thing. He's chilling. He had. By the way, let me reference something. Amy Schumer pretty much wrote that joke for Chris. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all.
I
know
heard
that.
about that. I
No,
heard
I
that.
didn't know that.
He wrote that
I
joke.
did hear
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Because she knows if she said it, Jada probably would have walked up herself and smacked her. So he comes out and says it because he can get away with it. Well, there's an old saying. There are times that you could do street stuff in church and no consequences behind it.
Mhm.
None.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Rock found out what that was about. I know you're a comedian and you feel you can get away with it, but let me hand you these pretty much. Let me come from West Philly all the way across, right there in the middle states, and come down on you to California. That's what happened. So what we saw is Will sick and tired of being the nice guy. He said it in the speech. I'm
Wow.
tired of people picking on me. I'm tired of being the butt of the jokes. I'm tired of thinking y'all think I'm a punk. But he was, and I say this, he was deflecting, or I should say, definitely pushing it off, for the lack of better words, on the situation. This is it. Psychiatrists call it the empty chair. In the empty chair, you substitute somebody you want to pretty much take out.
Yeah.
And you put him in
Yeah.
that chair.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Right.
Lastly, I'll
Can I
say
ask
this.
you something, Rick? Oh, when you
Go
finish.
ahead. No,
Now, I
that's
want to ask you when you brought that up.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you think, because you said the empty chair, you flex something, do you
Yeah.
think, and this is just a question, do you think him coming off of that role that he was being nominated for, that he won an Oscar
Yeah.
for, King
Yeah.
Richard, and how he was with his family,
yeah.
and you know how actors really go in, great
Method
actors will become a character. Do you
Right.
think it could have any
Absolutely.
impact?
Absolutely, because he saw King Richard was an alter ego for him, in my opinion.
Okay.
Everything King Richard was, he wasn't. Outspoken, talking crazy. Yeah.
And then
like,
he shot that
just
movie a
saying.
while ago, so he would have been down for that.
But I'm saying the being in the moment where he's nominated, like he was in a moment where psychologically his mind could go back.
Who knows? But I'll let you guys finish, and then I'll.
No, but I was going to say this. It's sad because you see that for Will. I feel bad for him. I honestly do, because in Pastor, that you understand what I'm saying. We have a position of always being kind, diplomatic.
Yes, sir.
And then what happens is, I'm just being transparent.
I'm hearing you, brother.
When Negroes rub you the wrong way and say something to you, and they come over, or they come at your vulnerability, which is our rib.
Yeah,
bruh, I'm breaking every rib in your body. Now, and I'll say this. I'm not saying it's right, but in the words of Chris Rock, I understand.
Okay. All right, guys. I couldn't wait. I guess I'm the lone wolf. I don't agree with any of this. First of all, none of it.
Yeah, nice. But
hey, I'm so surprised.
Yeah, like really.
What? You?
Come on, every comedian. There has not been a comedian that has not offended somebody. I have never, even on this.
Not in the sense, Z. It was a medical condition that she expressed.
No, he didn't know, Pastor Rick. I didn't know. He didn't know. That's a lie. I didn't know. No, I don't. I didn't know. No. A lot of people didn't know. A lot of people didn't know that she. Don't nobody follow Jada like that.
Everybody and mama knew it.
No, I did. I follow Jada. I look at the Red Table Talk. I follow her on social media. I follow Will Smith. I had no clue that girl had alopecia.
Okay. She said it.
That's how much credibility I didn't know.
No, I
don't know nothing.
But in saying
she's Chris's defense attorney. Go ahead.
But in saying that, that's why I wanted to play the video. And to piggyback off of what Janine said, this is where I guess I am the unicorn. Because if you're saying you don't care about something, if I'm sitting up here saying like I don't care, I'm taking you at your word. I'm not about to read between the lines. I'm not about. Thank you, Colette. No, everybody didn't know. So if I don't know, let's say suppose he saw that TikTok, she's like, well, hey, whatever. And then he threw the joke out. Will's reaction was not about that freaking joke.
I agree.
You cannot.
It
was not about that joke. You sat across on the Red Table Talk, and when you say emasculate, talking about how he wasn't good in bed, his bedroom skill.
Wait a minute, what?
Looking like that's what I'm saying. You got to know the whole freaking.
Put it in context.
The Red Table Talk.
Wait a minute, are y'all trying to tell me Will slapped the wrong one? I'm just playing.
No, okay. No. Z,
would have been.
I said this.
August came out, which is a young dude. That's
talking,
another whole
the light
story.
is coming through my window, and now I'm like, that's what the problem is. I got to get rid of it. It's driving me crazy. Talking about
the glory of the Lord. You're good.
So with the August thing, with the entanglement and all of that old crazy stuff, I mean, I'm like, why is he there? Will was sitting there looking like he had been crying all night. He looked horrible. Jada looked amazing. And that was the worst. And it just painted a picture of their marriage and the things that happened, that was going through. I mean, he just looked horrible. So they just both talked about that they both had these situations. And I guess they go to each other and say if they want to cheat with somebody. Because August said that he went to Will and asked for his permission, because that's just how they do it.
Right.
And so y'all put that out there. You are now open book. It's just like us on this show. We're trying to help people with our letters. So if somebody finds something about us in our past and they crack on us and like, Zandra, you saying, how can I get mad? This is what we're doing. So this is what I'm getting at. The joke to me, I honestly believe that it was just a joke. People are to me too sensitive, way too sensitive. He was just like G.I. Joe, G.I. Jane, or whatever. I didn't take Jada is beautiful. She is beautiful. So I didn't take it as a crack. I didn't take it as it's a joke.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think Will reacted that way, in your opinion?
Because I've been following Will. First of all, he came out going back to even the situation with Janet Hubert on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. One of the things with Janet, it's a pattern of stuff with her getting kicked off the show, where she's this Juilliard trained actor, and her words was that he was calling her in the room to listen to rap music. She didn't want to do all that. Had her booted from the show. He eventually came out and said he just wanted her to accept him. I'm like, well, Will, you have a mother. I wanted her to just accept me and just to see me in this light as this blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, then he goes on and talks about Tupac. Because Jada and Tupac were really good friends back in the day. Tupac been gone 25, 30 years. He's jealous of Tupac. And this was Tupac. And so people were then coming out saying, dude, let it go. Tupac is dead and gone. Just let it go. You will snap.
But we're missing something, Z. We're missing something. She said that she did not want to get married. That's what this woman said.
But that still is he chose Jada. He chose her. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Jada looked fine to me. Jada sitting there like and even on the real table talk, go back and look at the video. She's fine. That's him. And then you look at the kids, which is Janine brought out. So if you look at the whole thing, I think that it literally was, Will was laughing. Jada made a comment. This is where I guess I disagree with my sister. If you tell me you're okay, and if I'm not, the spirit is not speaking to me, I'm just going to take you at your word. I don't have time to be trying to figure out if today is a good day for you or today is a bad day for you. And that's the same with me. If I tell you, leave me alone, or I feel like talking, then that's what I mean. And even if I don't mean that, then I have to own it. I have to own it if I've lied. If I've said, for instance, look, I don't want to talk, but I really do, and you choose to go ahead, all right, Zandra, peace. I can't get mad at you for that.
Hey, here's another question, and I don't know the answer. Maybe one of y'all know. Help me out. Has Jada responded? I don't know.
She said something. Yeah, it was really, now we're entering into a season of healing, and I'm here for that. Something to that. That's incognito. I don't know what.
In addition to that, my question is, why didn't he bring that same energy to August?
Why did he bring the same energy? Because he knew Chris Rock.
And
the whole thing
was
Chris Rock wasn't going to hit back. That's why they said, let it have been really like Eddie Murphy. They started naming up all these. And then Shannon Sharp. He was like, and every time I see you, this is in perpetuity. This has been Chris Rock. Just going to be in perpetuity the slap that was heard across the country, and it'll look bad if he retaliated. I'm really proud of Chris, to be honest, because if
it was amazing restraint,
if he did not smack him or charge him,
I never thought that I would see any area.
Thank you, John.
Where Chris Rock,
that's not true because I watched it.
I'll never see any area where Chris Rock would appear more spiritual than me.
Me too, Pastor.
And his restraint.
Yes,
that
sir.
wasn't restraint to me.
Man,
that was fear.
Well, listen, what about those that believe that the whole thing was staged?
Yeah, there's
because Chris Rock's show that's coming, and he did the ticket sales to skyrocket, and Will's show and book and whatever.
Yep. I'm with you.
I've heard
someone that brought that up.
It was not. And then with him,
I've heard it too.
You heard that it was staged?
I heard it was not staged.
I think we've all heard both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard both.
Both of those narratives are out there.
Yeah.
If I had to vote with the Academy, and taking a chance on losing this Academy Award, it's not. I don't think he was gambling.
Let me comment on that. Let me comment on that. I think now that I think is BS. Just me. I think all of that is total BS. Because right now, all the Academy Award people that's acting like they're so appalled, shut up. You've had the lowest ratings in the history. You're so happy this happened. I don't want to hear that bull crap. You all behind stage high-fiving. Hey, we did it. Look at our ratings. I don't want to hear that. Like they really mad. They ain't mad.
Here's another thought. Follow me.
Do we think he should lose the Oscar, though?
Away from him. If you take the Oscar away from him, it's a contradiction because you said, meaning the Academy, said we don't condone violence.
Come on, say it. Say
the Academy Award pretty much winners, Training Day, and I can name a number of them.
That's that bull crap.
Hypocritical.
You can't take this man's Oscar. He didn't win an Oscar for his character. He won an Oscar for the character he played. To show you he deserved it, he was still playing that character on the 91.
Look, how about this? There are far too many people in the industry that have done questionable, dare I say, suspect things.
Yeah.
And they still got all their awards and accolades.
Thank you.
Now, if there's some kind of financial penalty, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But and look, even if they were to try to physically take it from him, we all watched it. We know he won.
He doesn't own it anyway, y'all. He doesn't own that. He doesn't own it. So if he won it, give it back to him. So just so you know, he just may lose this because you don't own the statue. Just so y'all know that you don't own any of those statues. They are the property of the Academy. Yeah, even the Golden Globe, and I know the Oscar and the Golden Globe. Yeah, you don't own those. So they can.
That makes it more bull crap then to say you go take it. He already don't own it. So what are we talking about taking it? He won. No matter what happened.
You want to hold your statue.
I want nothing.
You want your name plate.
He held it. We saw it. I watched him hold it.
What do he care? Give it back. He won it, so they can't take it back.
Pictures with it.
Got pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff about we're going to take it back, that's for show. That's still putting up, we don't condone it. That's the bull crap I'm talking about. That's smoke screens. That means nothing. That's
They both said it. Well, I don't believe Pastor.
Hey, wait. Me and Rick got a question. I'm going to let Rick start first.
This is good.
Pastor Hosea and Pastor Rick, if you were Chris, what would have you done? Honestly, I probably would have did the same thing Chris did because let me back up a little bit.
Based off of the information, Pastor Rick.
Just to say this really quick. This was a black thing. What you saw displayed at the Academy Award, this is normal for pretty much black folk. Honestly, I'm not being funny. It is true.
Yeah.
That's cookout.
Yeah.
Parties. You disrespected me. We smack, hug, love you, keep it pushing. That's what happens.
That's true.
It just was displayed on pretty much a white medium. That's all.
Right. Now. Okay.
I would pretty much, honestly, I would have fought Will. I probably would have lost, but I would have fought him.
Okay.
I would have charged him off that right because he charged us out casual. He did it, wham! Then took his stuff and turned around. Ain't no way out of.
So moving on, I almost Rick changed it. I was finna say I've just met two people that are more spiritual than me. No, honestly, I think that I would have just truly followed the Bible. And it looked like Will Smith is sick. You know, he's got some problems. He's sick. Yeah. And the Bible has commanded me with the authority to lay hands on them that are sick. And we would have healed him that night.
Look what you stirred up, Lord.
Yes, sir.
I would have done it just by instinct. I ain't there yet. I'm getting there though.
Well, what would we have done as Jada?
I would have done that to my husband. And speaking of transparency, I understand the emasculation. I understand what that does to a person.
Would you have stopped Will from going up there?
Yes. What it would have done, they're tarnished. It wasn't worth it. Catch him up outside of the academy and whoop his tail. If I'm just gonna be that ghetto, be smart about it. Catch him outside and tear him up. If I'm just ghetto, but I have enough sense to know that what that would do. You ruined Will Packers. Look at what you did to him. Look at what you. I'm so sorry, Will. I didn't mean. Look at what you did.
Yeah.
He knew it going in. He knew all of that going in. And like I said, with this G.I. Jane mask, I think, and just going back, Janine and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, I can't think of which transgender actor. If anybody should have been slapped, that chick should have been slapped. But he ain't gonna, to me, you're a coward when you pick on someone that's smaller than you and someone that you believe that you pretty much know is not gonna fight you back. That's like the word, because I don't know Chris Rock, but that's just the word. But that transgender came up to Jada and mentioned about the entanglement on the red carpet where it was inappropriate. Now you talking about inappropriate and wrong. Like it was just like, girl, get over it. Just that was something I could see if he had laid hands or just like pushed or something like that. I would have. It's still violence is not right, but I would have understood that because it was out of what was the point? But because that she was. But with Chris, with the joke, I'm like, I thought he had mentioned something about the entanglement, but about the haircut. Dude, I didn't know. I didn't know that and that's why I say every comedian has offended somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
Just people are too freaking sensitive.
Yeah.
That's why I watch 70s sitcoms, because they were saying all kinds of stuff. We're way too sensitive now. No, I'm saying we're way too sensitive.
Now, there's a lot of comedians talking about how comedy is in threat of being gone because of how sensitive society has become and politically correct, that it's hard for a lot of comedians to, what can you say, what can't you say, because the rules keep changing, because the sensitivity keeps growing. Right. And that's just the reality. But all in all, I'm talked out about Will and Chris. Will, you shouldn't have slapped him in public. You should have went behind stage. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, that would have still been public. You shouldn't have slapped him within the context of the show.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't let him leave. You couldn't let him leave.
I hope that he's. I hope that.
That's right, baby.
Guys, we'll get some help. He's, I just hope he can get some healing. And like I said, he just does not seem well to me emotionally. So I love Will Smith. I love his work.
Let me say this. Let's not throw Will under the bus. No. Kanye's still walking around. And he should have been under 72-hour surveillance several times.
He was.
Okay, Janine. He needs it again. So let's not throw folks under the bus.
Janine, speaking of that now, no, I'm hearing you, but there's something else. We really need to watch Kanye now. Because Will has topped him. You don't know what he ain't finna let Will take the crown.
Right.
He has carried this torch as the craziest thing ever done in the award show for years. He ain't letting that go down without a fight.
Right.
He debuted his foolishness during the Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
I love that.
So
that was a prelude to crazy. Absolutely.
He's been on track.
What's sad about it, here we are.
Now somebody is out there offended.
One more time.
Some Kanye fan is out there offended.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, somebody.
I mean,
you need to read them comments.
Who would have thought Will Smith almost going to jail behind this? And Kanye's like, what's going on? What?
Let you know, built up. So okay, let's wrap this up. I don't want to wrap it up. So we're gonna end this.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
We He's about to
Miss
set it
Colette
all
and
the way
Gary,
off. Oh my God.
have been giving it to us this show, y'all. I love them.
I love it.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to see what's gonna happen next. All right, guys. So, final thoughts.
Let me go first, get mine over with. There was something that was spoken, and people said, we hope it doesn't create a new normal that comedians
Oh yeah.
become in danger because other people want to follow suit when
Don't like
when
a
they're
joke.
offended by a joke of some degree. But at this point, we know we live in a world that definitely needs healing. And I know we joke a lot, but let me say something in seriousness. All of this is a result of the fact that people are hurting.
Yeah.
Will is hurting, and he does deserve our prayers and our support. Kanye is hurting. He deserves our prayers and support. So yes, we human, we laugh, we get giggles, but at the end of the day, let's not be insensitive to what must be going on inside of people that would lead them to act out in such ways.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Miss Janine.
Back to the letter for a split second. I really feel that his wife is having her emotional needs met elsewhere. Just got to say that again. I don't think that she's necessarily cheating. She's having her emotional needs met elsewhere.
Like Jada.
Right.
You wrong.
Sunday, it saddened me to see these two prominent Black male celebrities, and not making everything about race, but when you are a person of color on this soil, everything is about race. Others have the luxury of it not being about race. You can pick and choose. We don't have that luxury. I hated to see us deal with our stuff on a public stage. Because others can do things and it's an isolated incident. When we do stuff, we drag all of us down with us. All of us come down. So that saddened me. I don't think that now it's going to be like the Wild Wild West at award shows and people are going to start shooting people on stage. Look, we got to 2022 and that's the first time it happened. I don't think we're in danger of it happening at everyone. I do think that mental illness deserves a bigger platform. Like we need to do a show about it, but you don't walk up with all that you've done in your career. You don't walk up on stage and slap the taste out of somebody's mouth if something hasn't disconnected here.
Come on, sis. Come on.
Right?
That's true.
When you're willing to possibly throw it all away in advance of finding out if you've won the Oscar or not. Right?
Yeah.
Mental illness and how our men are dealing or not dealing with it.
That's so true. That's
we need to create a safe space for folks to talk about and deal with some stuff so they don't have to go up and smack comedians.
Yeah. That's good, Janine.
Yeah, many people have, I believe, what I call, we heard the term STDs, spiritual transmitted, pretty much demons, for lack of better words. And what happens is with Will Smith, I believe wholeheartedly, he's allowed these demons from his past to fester from his childhood. One off what he said. And he had to deal with it immediately. And ladies, there's something about 50. I don't know what it is about 50. Where brothers sit there, it's like, it's enough. Sisters too, enough. My brother turned 50. He was shutting everything down. He was living, quote unquote, his best life. And he was really dealing with some internal stuff. That's why the book came out and so forth. And my heart goes out to him. I'm be honest with you, it really goes out to him because the spiritual, the mental issues that he is going through right now, at this very moment,
I know
it says a lot. And imagine, the pressure of Hollywood, family,
Right.
everything is where it's supposed to be. He did the extreme of his father. His father, obviously being a disciplinary, he wasn't that. And he made it very clear, very open with everything, whatever that looks like in his marriage. My word is that, and this is to Will Smith, man, we love you. I'm praying for you. We may have talked and giggled and whatever, but real talk, we're praying for you. You and your family, Jay, we're praying for you. And my word to you, lastly, to those who are married, men and women of God, get the help that you need.
Right.
You need wise counsel. You have wonderful people on this panel who are experienced in counseling, and they can give it to you. And my word to you, reach out. You don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to go through it alone. We pretty much have it between all of us, probably 100 years of pretty much of counseling. So, we're here for you. That's it.
Amen. Amen.
Man.
And finally, same thing. I agree. We giggled and we laugh and we joke. But I agree. I love Will Smith. I mean, I love his work. I've met him once. I've seen Jada out. They're this Hollywood power couple. I can only imagine the pressure that he's under just to perform, to continue to top the next notch. This is the second Oscar for leading man. He did the first was Ali. We can remember that, and of course King Richard. So I was just shocked. However, I agree. I think that he just needs to step back. I said this about Kanye when he went on stage with Taylor. Just step back. Something is wrong and get the help. That's the part that I wish most of us will do. It tells you how far he has to have sunk to get up and go on that stage and smack this man over a comedian, over a joke. So we know that was a buildup of some other stuff. So I agree. He seems to be suffering to me when I look at him sometimes. So it does. It breaks my heart as well. So I concur with you guys with that. All right, guys. So again, butterfliesentertainment@gmail.com. Send your letters in for a message in a bottle. And of course, like, subscribe, share. We're only going to be on multiple platforms for a short period of time. Eventually, we're going to just be on our YouTube channel. So for right now, you guys can watch us on multiple places. But again, go over to Butterflies because that's where we're going to be eventually exclusively. Okay, Sqaud. We need another one. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know shows and topics that you would like for us to cover. We just want to make sure that we give you what you're looking for, what you want.
Yes.
We love doing this. We absolutely love doing this. And we really just want to help somebody.
Okay? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.